Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I have breaking news coming out from Belarus that I want to share with you. So, we talked a little bit about this topic this morning in our update in the Kursk region with Ukraine pushing in. I gave you guys a bunch of updates, and we talked a little bit about this regarding Viktor Krenin, the Belarusian defense minister. He's warning of armed provocations with Ukraine, that Ukraine may try to launch some sort of attack or maybe, cause some sort of chaos on their border, something like that. Obviously, Belarus is very worried about this right now. I've been talking about Belarus for a few days now, and it all started when all of a sudden the Belarusian Defense Ministry came out and said that they were attacked by drones, that Ukrainian drones flew into their territory and they had to shoot them down. They showed some video footage of drone fragments in their territory. And soon after that, we heard that the Belarusians were going to be sending troops and military equipment to the border with Ukraine. And also at the same time, they started shipping a bunch of military equipment over to Russia because Russia is very short on military supplies to continue fighting this war against the Ukrainians in the Kursk region. So they've had to borrow supplies from Belarus, and now that's a problem for them. So they're obviously very worried about an incursion into their country. Will Ukraine do this? I have no idea. I wouldn't think they would, but maybe they could launch some sort of surprise attack on Belarus, and maybe that's why they're concerned about this. So the chief of general staff in Belarus said that they are ready to react to provocations such as the recent attack on Russia's Kursk. Okay, so they are preparing right now to potentially go to war with Ukraine. And is this what this is all about? It's really, really hard to tell what's about to happen here, but definitely Belarus is very, very concerned with Ukraine pushing into the Kursk region. And, this is just literally a couple days ago as well that Alexander Lukashenko, the president of Belarus, all of a sudden came out and said, hey, Russia and Ukraine needs to negotiate and end this war. We can't have this war spilling over into our country and Belarus. And obviously there's a lot of threat because this war is breaking out right on their border, and maybe that's what they're worried about. But definitely, the president, along with the defense minister of Belarus, really pushing for, showing that some type of conflict could potentially break out here between Ukraine and Belarus. So I want to talk some more about this today. I've got this report pulled up on Reuters. It's going to be a quick report to go over. Belarus says there's a high chance of armed provocation from Ukraine. This is him right here in the photo, Viktor Krenin, the defense minister. Belarusian defense minister Viktor Krenin said on Friday that there was a high probability of an armed provocation from neighboring Ukraine and that the situation at their shared border remains tense, the state-run Belta news agency reported. Krenin's comments came more than a week after Ukraine sent thousands of troops across Russia's western border in a surprise incursion. Given the presence of Ukrainian armed formations in the border areas, there is high probability of preparing and carrying out armed provocations on our territory, as well as high-profile actions, including with the involvement of Belarusian nationalist formations, Krenin said, according to Belta. The Ukrainian military did not immediately reply to requests for comment. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has positioned himself as a main backer of Vladimir Putin since the Russian president ordered the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, part of which was staged from Belarusian soil. Lukashenko said on Thursday that Ukraine could attack Belarus and widen the war. On Saturday, Belarus said it was sending troops to reinforce its southern border with Ukraine after accusing Kiev of violating its airspace with drones. Kiev said it had seen no signs of a Belarusian buildup and made no official comment on the accusations of airspace violations. So something that I thought was interesting, how it says here, Kiev said they saw no signs of Belarusian buildup. But if they were supposedly sending troops and equipment to their border, how does Ukraine not see any signs of a Belarusian buildup? I thought that was very interesting. So I don't know. I was almost starting to think that maybe Vladimir Putin had ordered Belarus to finally get involved in this war. Maybe they're at the point where they're like, you know what, we need help now. Belarus is going to have to step in. Obviously, they're a major ally to Russia. They have some major military agreements signed with each other. So is Belarus now going to get involved in this war, or what's going to happen here? I'm not really sure. But this is a very interesting development that we're starting to see this really happen with Belarus. They're getting more and more involved, at least vocally right now. But we'll see if they try to get involved in this war. They very much may well be doing that. And we could be seeing the build up to that right now. And this could be insane if Belarus gets involved, okay? Because now there's another country getting dragged into this, and it could potentially drag NATO into this at some point as well, okay? Like even Poland is right next door, and Polish tanks are rolling into the Kursk region, okay? So obviously a major development. I'm going to continue to follow Belarus. That's why I've been reporting on them lately, because they've been making a lot of statements like this that indicate that they could definitely get involved in this war at some point. And that also at the same time, Ukraine could potentially invade them just because it's being talked about so much. Now, I don't know if Ukraine would actually do that. We'll have to see if they do launch an invasion of Belarus at some point. But right now, it seems like they're mostly focused on the Kursk region and potentially Belgorod, maybe Bryansk as well. Those regions also inside of Russia. So, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this update, though. Just a quick update to let you know what's going on with Belarus. I hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope y'all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.